Now, the name of this one is Molly Bonder, and I learned it from my oldest sister. Come, all you young fellows who handle a gun, beware of your shooting at the down-going sun. I will tell you a story that happened of late concerning Molly Bonder. Her beauty was great. Molly Bonder was at a walking when the shower came on. She ran under a beech tree, the shower to shun. Jimmy Randolph, he was a-hunting in the dark. He shot his true lover, and he missed not the mark. With her apron pinned around her, he thought she was a swan. He shot and he killed her. Her name was Molly Bond. He ran to his uncle with his gun in his hand, saying, "Uncle, oh dearest uncle, I have killed Molly Bond." Up stepped his old father, and his hair was turning gray, saying, "Stay at home, Jimmy, and don't run away." Saying, "Stay at home, Jimmy, your trial you must stand. Perhaps you'll come clear by the laws of the land." He ran up unto her, and he found she was dead. A fountain of tears on her bosom he shed, saying, "Molly, oh dearest Molly, you are the joys of my life. I've always intended to make you my wife. All the girls in Colorado seem to be mighty glad to hear of those tidings. Molly Bonder was dead." On the day of Jimmy's trial, Molly's ghost did appear, saying, "Judges and jury, Jimmy Randolph come clear. With my apron pinned around me, he thought I was a swan. He shot and he killed me. My name is Molly Bond."
I'll tell you a story, it might be a sad one, of troubles and trials when this war first begun. It's a leaving my country and sorrow to mourn, to take a trip over those mountains to roam. We travel by daylight, we travel by night, to the top of two mountains, just came plain in sight, for the miners had built them a nice little town. This is my first beginning, my prospecting to find. We dug on a mountain, no gold could we find. We dug on yon mountain, buying green waving vine. When they came all down on us with a whoop and a yell, at the crack of our rifles, they were 6 of them fell. We killed their bold chief as they had of their band. He died like a warrior with his gun in his hand. They gathered all around him, he lay dying in his gold. They hooped and they yelled, we saw them no more. We mounted our horses, we shouldered our guns. One more bloody battle, now we have to won. There's nothing that's grieving, there's trouble in my mind. It's a leaving my sweetheart behind.
This is a request for a good buddy of mine, Ray Alden, and Dan. Said, Phil, would you play some of that tomorrow? I said, sure. This is the ballad of Pretty Polly. It's been done so many, many ways. This is my third cousin. We sat and worked this out, and he shared this with me, so I hope you enjoy it. It goes something like this. Oh Polly, oh yonder she stands. Oh Polly, my pretty Polly, yonder she stands. gold rings on the fingers of her lily white hand. Oh, Polly, pretty Polly, would you think me unkind? Say, Polly, oh, pretty Polly, would you think me unkind if I sat down beside you to tell you my mind? So my mind is to marry and never to part. Oh, my mind is to marry, never to part. Oh, the first time I saw you, you broke my poor heart. Oh, Willie, my sweet Willie, I'm afraid of your way. Oh, Willie, my sweet Willie, I'm afraid of your ways. I'm afraid you are leading my poor heart astray. Oh, Polly, pretty Polly, your guessing's about right. Say, Polly, oh, pretty Polly, your guessing's about right. Oh, I dug on your grave about 2/3 of last night. There's no time for to talk and there's no time for to stand. Oh, there's no time for to talk and there's no time for to stand. He drew his revolver out in his right hand. He shot her through the heart and life's blood it did flow. Oh, he shot her through the heart and life's blood it did flow. Into the dug-out grave pretty Polly did go. He threw the dirt over her and turned his way back home. Oh, he threw the dirt over her and he turned his way back home, leaving no one to mourn but the wild birds alone. And now all you young maidens, take care while you can. Now all you young maidens, take care while you can. Never give your heart to a false-hearted man. Thank you.
As we're walking down the road, buddy,
left alone. So I look around that sweet get ringing, grand and crying, saying you have murdered Wild Bill Jones, the darling babe of mine. So I wrote my old mama a letter, sent it by the mail, saying I have killed old Wild Bill Jones and now locked up in jail. She wrote me back an answer, and this is the way that it read. If ever you get in trouble, for boy, don't never hang down your head. I'm bound in the walls of prison. I'm bound in the water jail. I'm bound in the walls of prison for girls. So bring me a pillow to lay my head on. Hammer out my brain. Yes, surrounded this body of mine. Pretty women, they run me to rain.
Sam Gay lay down on the ballroom floor. After drinking so much he could drink no more. He fell asleep with a terrible brain, and Grampity rode on the hell-bound train. Faster and faster his engine flew, lighter and lighter the country grew. Faster and faster the lightning flashed, harder and harder the thunder crashed. While in such a distance he heard such a yell, hey, hey, croaked the devil, we're near to hell. And the boiler was filled as loggers' beer, and the devil himself was the engineer. Sam Gay woke up with an awful fret. His hair and his clothes was all soaked in sweat. He never had dreamt such a dream in vain, for I knew he never had rode on the hell-bound train.
Dear little girl whose name was Rose Conley. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of a feud song. It's sort of like the Hatfields McCoys. It's a Ryan County crew. I don't say I'll sing it all because I've got some dust on my lungs, excuse me. It's the Tollivers and Martins. Come, all you fathers and mothers and brothers, sisters too. I'll relate to you the history of the Rowan County crew concerning bloody Rowan in many heedless deed. Our friends, please give attention. Remember how it reads. Is in the month of August, all on election day. John Martin, he was wounded, they say by Johnny Day. Oh, Martin couldn't believe it. He could not think it so. His thoughts was flowing Tolliver, who struck the fatal blow. Oh, Martin, he recovered. So months had come and passed. All in the town of Mohead, these men they met at last. Oh, Tolliver had a friend or two about the street that walk. He seemed to be uneasy, no one he wished to talk. He walked in Judge Carter's grocery and stepped up to the bar. But little did he think he'd met his fatal hour. The sting of death was near him as Martin rushed in the door, and a few words passed between them concerned the row before. Oh, the people beyond Friedon rushed out of the room, and a ball from Martin's pistol laid Tolliver in his tomb. His friends together round him, wiped a weeping wail, and Martin was soon arrested and confined in jail. He was put in jail of Rowan, but remained a while in the hands of law and justice to bravely stand the trial. The people talked of lynching him, but presently they did fail. Some of his friends removed him to the Winchester jail. Some person forged an order, their name I do not know, and the plan was soon agreed upon, and for Martin they did go. Thank you. I can tell you a little bit more about that song. Sometimes I can sing it plumb through. But Martin was taken off of the train by two men, and he was murdered. His wife was on the train with him, and that feud lasted for several years, sort of like the Hatfields and McCoys, and the Turners and the Bowles of Kentucky.
Now, this song is called The Rowan County Prisoner, And some would say it was that it happened in Roane County in West Virginia, but it didn't. It happened in Roane County, Tennessee. And a man by the name of George Payne, he knew all about it, and he was the one that told me the name of those two men, the last names of them. And where I learned it from a girl that used to be on the radio, and they called her Little Juanita, the girl from the Golden West. So that's where I learned the tune, and then I wrote in and got the ballad of it. Now, and the man that in this song, his name was Willis Newberry, and he killed Tom Gilbert. And so now I'll try to sing it. It's way back in the hills in the midst of Roane County. That's where I have roamed for many long years. That's where my heart is turning most ever. The very first step of misfortune I gave. I was about 30 years when I courted and married. Amanda Gilbert was then called my wife. Her 3 brothers stabbed me for some unknown reason. Just 3 months later I'd taken Tom's life. For 25 years in this old world I rambled. I went to New England, to France and to Spain. I thought of my home way back in Roane County. I boarded a steamer and I came back again. I was captured and tried in the village of Kingston. Not a man in the county would speak one kind word. When the jury came in with the verdict next morning, a lifetime in prison was the words that I heard. As the train left the shed about 11:30, the chains they did rattle and the handcuffs were tied. When young Johnny Gleason took hold of the throttle, the engine 130 was soon out of sight. As the train left the shed, poor mother stood weeping, and sister she sat alone with a sigh. The very last words was, Willis, God bless you. Was Willis, God bless you, goodbye. No matter how long my sentence may be, I love my old home way back in Roane County, because it's way up in old East Tennessee. In this scorching hot sand, in this foundry I'm toiling, just toiling and wearing my life all away. They will measure my grave on the banks of Old Cumberland as soon as I finish the rest of my days.
Oh, people who delight in sin. I don't think I can sing. I'll tell you what has laid life been. It was a girl who died in sin. She died in sin and deed despair. Oft times she ran to bolt and pray, in spite of all her friends could say. I'll turn to God when I get old, and then I know He'll receive my soul. On Friday evening she took sick, Her stubborn heart began to rage. Oh, Mommy, Mommy, fare you well. Your wicked pa is doomed for hell. It almost broke her mother's heart to think from her she had to part. Too late, my days I've spent. Good God, too late for to repent. She called her mother to her bed. Her eyes was rolling in her head. Oh, Mommy, Mommy, fare you well. Your wicked pa is doomed for hell. Till at length a monster this prevailed. Her nails turned blue, her language failed. Oh, Mommy, Mommy, fare you well. Your wicked pa is doomed for hell.
But they all were swilling. There was a young man taking down sea for the love of Barbara Allen. He put his waders on his horse and sent him to her dwelling. Sing, Mossy dear, said for you to come there. If your name is Barbara Allen. Slowly, slowly she got up and slowly went to him. But all she said when she got there, young man, I hear you're dying. Yes, I am sick and very sick, and death has said me dwelling. No better will I ever get until I get Barbara Allen. If you are sick and very sick, and death is in your dwelling, no better will you ever get. You'll never get Barbara Allen. Don't you remember Yondo's town, where the ladies all were dwelling? You treated hell to them all around, but you slighted Barbara Allen. Yes, I remember Yondo's town, where the ladies all were dwelling. So I treated hell to them all around, but my love was for Barbara Ellen. He turned his pale face to the wall, turned his back up on her, said adieu, adieu to this wide world. Be kind to Barbara Ellen. She had not got more than halfway home. She heard the death bell ringing. It rang so clear that seemed to say, hard-hearted Barbara Ellen. She looked to the east, she looked to the west. She saw the corpse a-coming, singing me down them clay cold corpse, and let me look upon 'em. The more she looked, the more she blushed. She blushed out into crying, saying I once could have saved this sweet little life. It was all in the want of trying. Like sweet William died today, and Barbara died tomorrow. Sweet William died for his own true love, and Barbara died for sorrow. Sweet William was buried in the new churchyard, and Barbara in the old one. From the new churchyard sprung a rosy bush, from the old one sprung a briar. They grew and grew and grew so tall, they could not grow any higher. They linked and tied in a true love knot, the rose around the briar.
Okay, we'd like to sing you a good storytelling ballad about a man that got himself in bad trouble, usually over a lady. It's entitled Wild Bill Jones. Goes something like this. Just to take a little walk, ran into that Wild Bill Jones. Oh, he was walking and talking by my little girl's side, told him to leave her alone. Oh, he said, my age is 21, or too old to be controlled. Oh, I drew my revolver from my side. Oh, I destroyed that poor boy's soul. And he stacked, he fell to the ground, let one dying moan. He put his arms around my little girl's side. Oh, honey, won't you please take me home? They put the handcuffs on me, boys, and took me to that old jail. Oh, I have no friends or relations left, got no one for to throw my bill. Take it. Work it, Dad. So bring round that bottle, boys. Let's all agree. For today was the last of a Wild Bill Jones. Tomorrow be the last of me. For tomorrow be the last of me. Yes, tomorrow be the last of me. Tomorrow be the last of me. Thank you. Oh, Wild Bill Jones.
All night with me. Your bed shall be made of yellow shining gold, and your door shall be locked with a key. No, I can't come in. For the girl I left in Arkansas land will think I'm alone coming home. Then she stared up against the fence just to take a kiss or two. In her pocket she drew up her little knife, and she stabbed him through and through. Lie there, loving Henry, she said, till the flesh falls from your bones. Then the girl that you left in Arkansas land will think you're long coming home. Come, all you youngsters standing around, help keep a secret for me. Some took him by the head, some took him by the feet, and they took him to the deep blue sea. Lie there, loving Henry, she said, until your blood runs cold. Then the girl that you left in Arkansas land will think you're long coming home.
Willie, oh Willie, I fear from your
Come all you young men and take warning and listen what I'm going to tell. I'll tell you of two young lovers who loved and sent their soul to hell. For 5 or 10 years they courted each other, not knowing of this awful fate. And when their parents came to know it, they strove against it night and day. Down on her bended knee she bowed, saying, "Cruel parents, pity me. How can my love now be denied when he is all this world to me?" She wandered forth and left the city, no more these pleasant fields to roam. She went along to a deep dark hollow, and there she did prepare for death. All out of her hair she pulled a silver dagger, and pierced it through her snowy white breast. And as she uttered, as she struggled, "Farewell to love, I'm going to rest," her true love not be far off coming, and hearing us its pitiful mourns, he run to her like one distracted. "I'm lost, I'm lost, I'm left alone." Her cold black eyes like stars she opened, saying, true love, you've come too late. Prepare to meet me on Mount Zion, where all our sins will be made complete." He picked all up this bloody dagger and pierced it through his troubled heart, said, "Let this be a noble warning to all true loves that has to part. Now I'll meet you on Mount Zion, where all our sins will be made complete." Thank you.
When sorrows encompass me around, and in distress as I see, the psalmist I cry, can a mortal be found, surrounded with troubles like me? You seasons of peace I enjoy, and they are succeeded by pain. If ever a few moments of peace I enjoy, Lord, I have hours and days to complain. May I be prepared for that day when Jesus shall call me home. Got it. No sorrows be vented that day when Jesus shall bid me remove. With singing and shouting, let each brother say he's gone to his heavenly love. Forgot it.
You did just fine. Sound good.
I forgot the best verses of it, so that's the trouble.
Cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. I went down to my pea patch, see if my old chicken had its hatch, and I got there, she's hatched and gone, down in the new ground pulling up corn. Cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. Old hen cackled and the old hen crowed, the old hen cackled and she laid in the road, and it's cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. My old hen was a good old hen, she laid eggs for the railroad men, it's cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. Old hen cackled and the old hen flew. If I'd have been a rooster, I'd have been there too. It's cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. Oh, the old hen cackled and she cackled in the barn. The old rooster crowed, but he meant no harm. It's cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. Old hen cackled in the lot. The next time she cackled, she'll cackle in the pot. And it's cluck old hen, cluck and call, cluck old hen and your chicken doggone. That's every inch of cluck old hen.
And now this is a wizard story. You know, they told the men that was wizards and the women was witches back in those days. And now my mother, I've heard her tell these more than once, and I don't know whether this old man had came to her house or whether it was my grandmother's house. But anyway, they went and put some salt on the snow right on the steps, you know. And as he came along, why, my mother said to him, "Come on in, Mr. Hager, and warm." and he said, sweep that salt off them steps, and I will. And so he went on, and no, it was at my granddaddy's, because they said that he wanted a rooster that my granddaddy had. And so granddaddy, he went out in the field and was burning some brush, clearing up a new ground for farming, and said that chicken just followed him round and around all the time, you know. And so he just thought, well, now maybe old man Hager has got a spell on that chicken. He just picked that chicken up and threw it over in that brush pile and lit on fire, and said that it just burned all the feathers off of that chicken. But it flew out, you know. And that it wasn't no time until someone of the family come to my granddaddy's to get something for a burn, that their granddaddy had fell in the fire and was almost burned up. And that now was a wizard. That was the man.
Come on, you whistling gamblers, one more dollar I'm blowing. I'll spend it for corn whiskey, but I guess it will be my end. I'll step up to the counter, my last dollar lay down. Give me a drink of old corn whiskey, but I guess it'll be my last go around. Go bring me a pillow to lay my head on, a hammer out my brain. Whiskey surrounded my body pretty well when they run me to rain. I don't want no bawling and squalling around my grave carried on. Just lay me down the cold, cold ground, sing another good rounder
a servant of sin. Weighed in the balances and found wanted, oh Lord. Weighed in the balances and found wanted.
To be a rambler, I stayed around in town. I used to be a rambler, I stayed around in town. I courted pretty Polly, and the beauty's never been found. Where is pretty Polly? Oh, yonder she stands. Oh, where is pretty Polly? Oh, yonder she stands with rings on her fingers and lily white hands. Pretty Polly, come take a walk with me. Pretty Polly, come take a walk with me. When we get married, some pleasure to see. Hills and valleys so deep, he led her over hills and valleys so deep. At length, pretty Polly, she began to weep. Oh Willie, I'm afraid of your way. Willie, I'm afraid of your way. You're minded to ramble and lead me astray. Pretty Polly, you guessing about right. Pretty Polly, you guessing about right. I dug on your grave 2/3 of last night. They went a piece farther, and what did they spy? Went a piece farther, and what did they spy? Ain't you dug grave and a spade lying by? threw her arms around him and began for to weep. She threw her arms around him and began for to weep. Paddling pretty Polly, she fell asleep. He threw the dirt over and turned away to go. Threw the dirt over her and turned away to go. Down to the river where the deep water flows.
Over yonder in the graveyard, where the wild, wild flowers grow, oh, there they lay my own true lover. She's gone from me forevermore. Fairer than the sweetest flower, restless as the wildest wind, born with a love deep as the ocean. This was the girl that I did win. I left her there back in the mountain to see the world, riches to gain. Oh, when I returned, no earthly treasure could ease this heart so full of pain. There's so high up on that mountain, beneath that little mound of clay, oh, the girl that I returned to marry, so still among the flowers did lay. I'll go away and I will wander. I'll lay aside my earthly gain, and I'll not end with a man with riches, undone in sorrow. I'll remain undone in sorrow. I'll remain.
Shades of Death Creek.
Now, this is another witch tale. And there was an old lady, she's about 90 years old. She told me this story and said she knew it to be the truth. That someplace she lived at, and anyway, this old lady, she was supposed to have been a witch. And this neighbor of this woman's that told me the story, she had a little Jersey cow that this other woman had been trying to buy. And she sold a lot of milk and butter. And she said that this woman, that she went over to her house, and she was sitting there just a churning away, and said the milk just foamed up and didn't make any butter. And she told this woman, she said, I bet old Miss Miller has got that cow bewitched. And she said, you go out here and take and break a limb off of that peach tree, and you take and pour some of that milk out and put it on the stove, and just let it boil and boil, and keep stirring it with that stick. And she said, now they will be running to your house after something for a burn. Some of her family will, and don't let them have a thing. And well, said that the woman did that. And it just, in a few minutes, why, here come someone of the family running after some baking soda. Said that their mother had got off a bad burn. And so she wouldn't let them have anything. And she said, now you can go ahead and finish your churning. And said she went ahead of churning and just made a big dish full of butter. Because that broke that spell.
What is this that I can see with eyes and hands taking hold on me? I am death and none can tell. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death, can't you spare me over till another year? Oh, death, can't you spare me over till another year? Oh, dear, someone would pray, could you call some other day? Got children pray, the preachers preach, time of mercy is out of your reach. Oh, death, please consider my age, please don't take me at this stage. My wealth is all at your command, if you will move your icy hand. Oh, death, can't you spare me over till another year? Oh, death, please spare me over till another year. Old, young, the rich or poor, all alike with me, you know. No wealth, no land, no silver, no gold, not satisfy me but your soul. I close your eyes so you can't see. I'll lock them. I'll fix your feet so you can't walk. I'll lock your jaw so you can't talk. I'll close your eyes so you can't see. This very air, come go with me. Oh, death, can't you spare me over for another year? Oh, death, please spare me over for another year. Oh, death, how you treating me? You close my eyes so I can't see. You're hurting my body, you make me cold. You root my life right out of my soul. Oh, death, can't you spare me over till another year? Oh, death, please
squire me, oh, tell another, yeah.